Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of Chaos and Keys. As you'll notice, it is not just Natalie and I. We have stolen a friend.
Hey everybody.
You want to do the intro or you want us to introduce you?
You guys can do it. I think that's more fun for me.
I feel like it is more
What are
fun.
you going to say?
Okay.
Can we do like a drum roll and Natalie?
This is Alex David.
Welcome to the
Alex.
official
Cheers.
Chaos and Keys
Cheers.
podcast.
Cheers.
So, Alex is going to tell us about his business and what he does for a living.
Yep.
Anyone who has any interest whatsoever in building a new home, remodeling a home, just even like checking out videos and doing things like that about homes. His company is doors, wooden doors, solid doors. Specifically, they do a lot of new construction, high-end builders, things like that. And so it's really, really interesting to learn about this. And we thought he would be a fun person for you guys to hear things about. And if you have questions, we will definitely feel free to leave them below. We will get the answers for you and keep you all posted. But Alex, give us a 60-second spiel about you.
Okay. Born and raised in the Chicago suburbs. I'm originally from Western Springs. I've been working in the building materials world though for about a decade. Specifically, I work in high-end residential construction. Mostly, most of the work that I do is going to be new construction, so building a brand new house. Although I do have a lot of experience when it comes to renovations and remodeling. I represent a company right now. That is an American company based in Colorado, where we produce basically the highest end interior door that you can possibly buy for your house.
Everything is done in the United States as well, which is kind of cool.
For the most part, yeah, everything is U.S. You know, unless we're sourcing something, right, that is unique, but U.S. driven company. We have, I mean, it's a great niche to be in, and the perk of it is that I get to see so many different things that go on. And actually, it's kind of funny that I actually reference the company that's right behind us right now, because we're sitting in the car in Hinsdale. Visual Comfort is right behind us. And
Oh, yeah.
Visual Comfort's a company that I pay attention to quite a bit.
You will be tagged.
Yeah, Visual Comfort, Visual Comfort's just another one of those companies out there like my company, where it's a high-end finishing touch and they give an excellent customer, it's a very good customer experience, at least in the lighting world. So my career for the last 10 years has been, if a house is being built in the US, we're trying to bite, get a good slice of the pie, right?
Nice.
If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
And then I handle
love pie.
I handle sales throughout the central US. So everything between New Orleans, Cleveland, North Dakota, and then all the way down south through Texas, all of Texas.
So question, if you had to choose, okay, this is like a twofold question. One is for you personally and one is for you as work. New construction rehab, what in the work world, I'm assuming you would say new construction because it's easier because everything's getting framed out. But personally, what would you choose for your doors or projects, things like that?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do a renovation, if you're going to renovate a house, you really want to hire somebody who knows what they're talking about in terms of, does the house have great bones? If the house doesn't have great bones, you might want to move on and elect to remodel and rehab a
There's a
different
cap.
house.
There's a cap of what you can do to the home.
Yeah, totally. And then, if you can put lipstick on a pig, right? And it just the juice might not be worth the squeeze.
I
But
think we've all shown those houses before.
Yeah, lipstick with pigs.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of that going on. And one of my favorite things to do is to walk through houses, any house, pick Hinsdale, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million house. And I can walk around these houses and look at what's good, what's not, what's going to need to be replaced rather quickly. Where is the new homeowner going to really have a burden coming up within the next year or two or five, or, some of those things. So I love that. New construction is a great way to go because you are literally starting from scratch. The only problem with new construction is then you've got to worry about, okay, does the builder have the right trades? Does he have the right subs? Are they going to get it done on time? What's the timeline like? Having people who are willing to do the work is tough to come by. It's really tough to come by right now, everywhere. But anyway,
Lipstick on a pig. One, I think, big thing that I notice when with flips or rehabs is like the millwork. I feel like that's when I can flag it to being bad or good. Is you see like in the corner, it's not mitered together correctly, or in the crown molding,
Separating.
Well, it's not just separating, or they didn't do a long enough piece, and so they put two pieces together, which definitely happens. Don't get me wrong. But you shouldn't be able to see the seam.
Yeah.
And like when you start noticing those things, you're like, okay, I noticed that. And then, oh, wow, this cabinet is off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it just dominoes down.
yeah. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. So that's, you know, that is the field that I'm in currently within the building materials world, is that I work in high-end custom millwork. And millwork is typically where people will skimp out because it's at the end of the project. There's no more budget left. Or they didn't allocate enough budget to it. So one of the big conversations that I like to have with homeowners, if you're going to do a big reno or if you're going to do a new construction, is maybe you want to forego the super expensive tub that nobody's going to use. And
It's used twice a year
right.
for a bubble bath for the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So it's like you need to just reprioritize where the dollars are going.
Yeah.
Kitchen cabinets, you're going to be opening them and touching them every day. The doors, the interior doors, you're going to be opening them, swinging them, closing them every day. That's something that people notice. Visitors come in. It's a huge statement piece. If you focus the dollars on the right stuff, millwork is a huge one.
Yeah.
Huge one. Yeah.
And it makes a difference. I mean, it really gives character to the house. It makes the house, its own.
For sure.
You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
mean,
And if you're building right now in Texas, the biggest thing that I see is like, they all look good. You pull up on the curb, you pull up in the driveway, and the house looks gorgeous, right? You can get a great, nice big house for $700,000-800,000 in Texas, but you get into the house and you're like, oh my God, this floor is plastic.
It's a dump.
Where's the molding? Where's the this?
God.
Where's the that? Like they
All
spend
exterior
all the
facade.
budget on the facade, and then you get in and you're like, oh boy,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know Natalie has some rapid fire questions.
Yeah, I do. To get to know Alex better. So
Lean into the
these
camera.
are these. Oh, and I don't know where I was. You can't see Alex though. Okay,
That's all right.
so these are ridiculous, but real estate related. Okay, ghost, and you'll actually, this one will actually ring a bell. So would you rather this or that? Ghost that occasionally moves your furniture, or loud pipes that sound haunted anyway?
Hold on. Is the ghost feng shuiing the furniture in a good way, or is it making it so I'm annoyed?
Whatever.
Because I know if it's a good layout, new layout that I didn't envision, that I like, bring on that ghost. Sorry, but I'm not supposed to answer. So I haven't heard the questions either.
Well,
I'm
we
just
can
excited.
get to know you better
Yeah.
too. Okay.
If the furniture is going to get moved around like one of the opening scenes in The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, where they put all the furniture on the row, I don't want that.
Okay.
But if it's going to be feng shuied, and if it's going to be moved in the right position for, aesthetics, I'm for it. I'm good with it.
Okay.
Give me that.
Over the pipes?
Yeah.
Okay.
The loud pipes.
Yeah.
And if I'm going the pipe route, then I'm
Yeah.
calling Linda Feinstein to come stage the house.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. House.
We all have, because of her, I have Sage Kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my office,
Oh,
in
yeah.
my house. Like, I've saged my house, I've saged many homes.
It's a real.
It didn't not work.
It works.
It
It
works.
works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
I've
did
seen
that
it work.
to sell Alex's house. So,
We did.
funny story. We'll save that for another podcast.
Too much trauma for this podcast.
Right. Okay. House with a secret room, or house with a secret passage?
Ooh.
Yeah. Secret room.
Okay. Why?
Well, if you're going to have a lot of people over, have some parties and entertaining, you might not know who's coming in.
Okay.
You have a nice little secret room to hide the valuables,
Okay.
I've been on a lot of new constructions lately. Particularly, I've been on a new construction that is huge money down in Lafayette, Indiana, funny enough, right near Purdue. Comical amount of money being spent there, but it's a Purdue alum. I can't say who it is. I had to sign an NDA to get on there, but he had a secret room in the basement.
Really?
Yeah,
What goes on in there?
well, it was his safe room /
Okay.
wow.
And he was actually there, and we asked him about it because he wanted a hidden door in the wall, which we were doing.
Oh wow.
And I said, why? Why the hidden room? And he goes, I'm gonna have a lot of parties. I don't know who these people are coming through, and You know, I'm going to take all the valuables and put them in the secret room. And so hidden door in the basement, and then a massive ladder to a trap door coming down from the master bedroom. So you had a master bedroom trap door in the floor.
See, it's funny. I thought secret room, like you had a home and you didn't realize behind this wall there was like dead space, and I was like, oh, you can make like a cool room out of it.
Yeah.
I took your question differently.
Interesting. Well,
But yeah,
you're analytical.
yeah. I'm not.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm not cool enough to need a safe room, guys. Let's be honest.
Okay, perfect house, but terrible Wi-Fi, or average house with blazing fast internet.
Give me the perfect house, terrible Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Can you get a booster, or are we just built on a metal block? that you
Just
can't-
have to walk outside and take the call.
I just
Or,
have to plug my cell phone into a landline.
better yet, maybe you missed the call because technology is overrated.
Yes.
Wellness front.
Wellness.
Okay.
Wellness. All right, dream kitchen, but you can't cook, or tiny kitchen, but you're a chef.
Dream kitchen can't cook.
Yeah.
I'd go chef.
You go chef?
Mm-hmm.
Tiny kitchen?
I cook most days though.
Yeah.
I cook a lot, so
Okay. I think that's it. Oh, St. Patrick's Day or St. Joseph's Day? This was just one I was wondering. Where
well,
you
if you
stand.
can't sell after and you sage it and throw St. Joseph in the ground, you might be able to
I'll
sell
go
it.
St. Joseph. I'll go St.
St.
Joseph.
Patrick just
Okay.
makes you feel miserable the next day
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
when you're
I
an
would agree.
adult.
I would agree.
I know we're a day late, but a day late, a day early, because tomorrow's St. Joseph, right? Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're sandwiched.
So that's it. So that was us getting to know you better.
I love it.
Harmless.
Yeah.
You
I love
survived.
it. I survived.
Yeah.
You guys survived our first guest
Yeah.
on this. Again, if you have any questions for Alex, please put them below. We're happy to he's happy to answer them. We'll answer them, whatever. And we will see you guys next week.
Thanks,
Cheers.
everybody. Cheers.
That's Chaos and Keys.